thoughts on the new arrangement of the offensive line with Cotton at right tackle and Deontay at right guard?
The spring is time to experiment, and that's the best time too, because there's nothing really on the line right now. There's those games going into, and you kind of figure out the best combination, best chemistry. So we're just trying things out and seeing where people fit.
Have you seen Deontay mature kind of through the spring and get better?
Deontay has really, this year has kind of stepped up, or so far has stepped up and started really getting after it and trying to figure out the right way to do things.
Have you noticed him getting in better shape?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, he's really pushing it. He's got a lot of motivation, and I think he's ready.
How last summer he comes in and he was overweight a little bit. How much do you see him kind of struggle with that to kind of get back to where he is now?
I mean, any freshman that comes this place coming from high school, it's totally different. It's a completely different environment, and it's tough. Like it's not made for everybody, and he's struggled with it a little bit, but he's kind of figuring it out and trying to go in the right direction.
He's one of the strongest players on the team. How much of a push does he give? It's one of the things that Saban mentioned was that push.
Yeah, he's very physical at the line of scrimmage, and he's solid at pass pro, and he does a good job for us so far. So hopefully that continues and grows.
What's it like to combo block with a guy like that? Have you had any instances where you're working with him in a blocking situation?
Yeah, I have. I mean, he's a big, strong dude. So anytime you have someone big and strong that you can trust beside you, it's always a good thing. So.
I'm sure a lot of fans on Saturday are going to be looking to see how the offense is different from last year. What are they going to see?
We're just going to come out and we're going to just try to move the ball down the field. I don't really know exactly what the game plan is, but we're just going to try to be high-powered on offense and have our defense come out strong. So.
From what you've seen so far, is the offense going to be much different? Are they going to see much that's going to be like, oh, that's totally new?
It's going to be a little bit different. I think we're going to try to hold on to the ball a little longer and move the ball down the field. But we'll see.
A lot of people are curious. They have their questions going into the spring game. For you, what are you curious to see? Where do you hope to see resolved or anything on?
Just who all steps up. Every year we're reloading. I mean, we lost 6, 7 guys on defense and a couple guys on offense. Just see who steps up and takes those places.
You ever surprised by anything you see in a scrimmage, day-to-day kind of thing?
What do you mean?
You ever surprised by somebody stepping up, or just the way things are unresolved and things resolve themselves? Did you ever catch up guard?
I don't know if it's surprise, but someone's going to step up, and you just never really know who that's going to be. And but just excited to see that.
You don't get to go against him too much, but Isaiah Buggs, just how disruptive can he be off the edge?
He's very raw. He's a good player, and he's continuing to grow as he's been in this program. So when the season comes around, I think he'll be really ready.
You've been through several of these, A-days and spring games and scrimmages. Do y'all get up for this kind of the A-day? You excited for it, or is it just kind of another glorified practice?
No, it's a fun time. It's a great time to a lot of fans. Usually it's a packed house. Hopefully this year it's the same way. So we definitely get amped up for it. If you don't, you kind of might be in trouble that day because the defense is going to be amped up. So.
What's your record on A-Day?
It's 3-0. So hopefully
Steak all 3 times.
All 3 so far. So knock on wood.
Can you remember any particular thing in an 8A game that happened to you, or you happened to someone that's a good memory?
My freshman year, I went from guard to played tackle during 8A because someone went down. So, and then last year I played tackle left and right. So.
What's the most important thing you get out of the A-Day?
It's just it's really great to see that our fans are still invested. Hopefully we have a packed house, and it's a great experience for anybody and everybody.
What do you think of the receiving core this year?
I think they're very talented. Hope they can get after a little bit, get some passes going, burn a few DBs.
When do you think the offensive line will be sorted out? I mean, last year you moved at the kind of the last minute, back to center, and then, obviously Ross moved over, and then it continued on through the season. I mean, do you think that could be the case this year with the O-line?
That's the golden question. You never know what's going to go on down here. So,
yeah.
Coach will see something that we never even thought of before, and
right.
That'll be the next substitution. So you never know.
You were talking about Deontay, he's a guy that's moved around quite a bit, and kind of like you yourself, tried different roles. What do you see from him in that, both a tackle and a guard this spring?
Who's that?
Lester.
Oh, sorry. Lester's one of our older players now, and he's very mature. He knows he's got to do his best for his team, and whatever position that he has to play is just the position he has to for the benefit of the team, not for the benefit of ourselves. But that's just how it is here. It's not about us; it's about the team.
Has he picked things up better, Lester? Has he picked things up better as he's gone along?
Yeah, Lester's really matured in the last year. From last year to this year, he's kind of on the edge last year, and he's really matured this year, and picking up the offense really well, and figuring out the small things. That's what really makes a difference in offensive line.
How long did that take you to figure out the small things?
It took me about 2 or 3 years. It's everything from, first off, it's knowing your play, and then after that, it's knowing what the defense is about to do, so you can correct your technique before it even starts.
Have you given him